Welcome to our comp makeup tutorial. We're going to start by putting a little bit of moisturizer on. This will just prep our skin for a full face of makeup. Definitely don't have to do this step, but it definitely helps protect the skin and give us a nice smooth face for our foundation. We're going to now go in with our foundation. You want to make sure this shade matches your fake tan if you have one. Making sure we blend our foundation into our neck and our hairline as well. You can also go a little bit on the ears too. We're using a beauty blender for this. You could also use a brush if you'd like. You just want to keep blending until the whole face is covered. Okay, we're moving on to concealer now. We're just going to pop a little bit underneath our eyes, just in the inner and outer corners. I'm going to blend this in first, but we're also going to pop it on a couple more places on our face. We're going to do our chin and our forehead and any other areas where we might want to cover up anything or just make anything a little bit brighter. Make sure you blend that in. Again, you can use your beauty blender or your brush for this. Now we're just going to set all of our liquid products with a little bit of powder. You can use a translucent powder or a skin colored powder for this, but you want to go everywhere, all over the face. We don't want any of this makeup coming off onto our brand new uniforms. Once we've done our powder, we're going to do a little bit of bronzer. We're going to do it kind of in the shape of a 3 on your face, so just in the cheekbones, on the forehead a little bit, and then on the jawline as well. This will just give us a little bit of color. Moving on from bronzer, we're going to pop a little bit of blush on our cheeks, so just above where we pop the bronzer there. And then our last face product is our highlighter, just on the high points of our face, so on the cheekbones, a little bit on the nose, and a little bit above our lip as well. Now onto eyebrows, we're just going to brush these up with a spoolie tool. This is also a double-sided eyebrow pencil as well, so we're going to line underneath our brows and on the top as well, and we'll just fill them in a little bit with some brush strokes. Brushing the product through one more time, and then this is optional, but this is just a little bit of brow gel just to hold everything in place. We have a couple different palettes to show you guys. These are just neutral palettes. You can grab these up at your local makeup store or Priceline, even Admire. I'm just going in with a light brown shade just all over the eye. You could also use your bronzer color for this as well if you don't have a palette. We're just going to continue to build that up until we have a nice base color. You could stop here and complete the makeup once you've got this color down, but we're just going to keep going, and we're going to pop a darker shade just on the outer corner. We're just going to blend that in. Once you've blended everything in, we're going to go back in with our light brown color or a nice clean brush and just keep blending those colors together. Eyeshadow is all about building. You don't want to put too much, and you want to make sure everything is nice and blended. I'm going in now with a little bit of black shadow on an angled brush just to create a little bit of a line. You definitely don't have to do this, and if you are using black shadow, you want to be super careful. It can get super messy super quick. I'm just going to continue to build up our liner here. At this point, you might be wondering where you can get some eye brushes. You can get some from Mecca, or you can get some online. A great store is Morphe. I've only used 3 brushes for this look, but you could most definitely do it with 1. Just blending the last few bits of the eyeliner. I'm just going to go back in with a clean brush and blend it out a little bit. You can always do this if the colors are too harsh. Now our last part for our eyes is a lighter shade. You can use any shades in your palette that are nice and light, or I'm just going to use our highlighter. I'm going to put this in the inner corners of our eyes and along our brow bone as well. Now that is it for the eyeshadow. We're going to move on to eyelashes now, and we're just going to do mascara today, but you can definitely do fake lashes. Just make sure that they're glued on in the inner and outer corners. We do not want them falling off during a cheer routine. We made a little bit of a mistake with our mascara today, so we're just cleaning that up. You want to wait for it to dry before you do this, otherwise you will just smudge it all over your eyeshadow. I'm just going back in with a brush and blending it out. Moving on to lips now. You definitely don't have to do this, but we're going to line our lips first. It just makes it a little bit easier when you're putting on the liquid lipstick. I'm just starting in the center and filling in the lips from there. If you do make a mistake, don't worry. Just wait for it to dry, and you can either use a makeup wipe or a little bit of concealer just to fix up any mistakes. I also like to connect the top and bottom just on the edges, and then I use a paper towel just to get rid of any excess lipstick. And then we are all done. We are ready for comp.